गुरु चरण सरोज रज, निज मनु मुकुर सुधारी। बरनउँ रघुबर बिमल जसु, जो दायक फल चारि। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके, सुमिरो पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि, हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन बिराज सुबेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा। हाथ वज्र औ ध्वजा बिराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाई सजीवनी लखन जियाए, श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि संभाई। सहस बदन तुमरो जस गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिग पाल जहाते, कभी कोबिद कहि सके कहते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपत दीन्हा। तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मैली मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाकते कापे। भूत पिशाच कट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुमरे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हरे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे, अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई। जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई, और देवता चित्तन धरही। हनुमत से ही सर्ब सुख करही, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा। जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा, जय 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 हनुमान गुसाई। कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई, जो सत बार पाठ करे कोई। छूटहि बंदी महासुख होई, जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा। होए सिद्ध साकी गौरीसा, तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा। की जय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। पवन तने संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसो सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय। जय श्री राम, जय श्री कृष्ण, जय हनुमान। We are on verse number 11. Today is the third session on verse number 11, and hopefully it will be the concluding session. Now, the verse goes, Asocyanan vasocastvam pragyavadamsh bhashase, gatasun gatasumscha nanusochanti panditaha. Asocyanan vasho chastvam pragyavadamscha bhashase, gatasun agatasumscha nanu sochanti pandita. It is simply saying to Arjun, Shri Krishna, Bhagwan, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. He is saying, you are grieving over something that should not be grieved about. The shok, the agony that you feel is misplaced. You are feeling agony for something you should not feel any agony about. There is nothing related to sorrow over there. And then he goes on to say, Gatasuna gatasumscha. The people who have gone and the people who have not gone. The things that have passed by in life and the things that are yet to happen. Mostly the people who have died and the people who are alive, they should not be grieved upon. They should not be thought about so much in the grieving manner. Pandits, and we did in great detail what Pandit means, right? So, a true Pandit, a Viveki, a self-realized person who knows and who can distinguish the real from the unreal, does not grieve about these things. This is just the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, right? The beginning of the discourse which Sri Krishna is going to give to Arjuna. And the beginning is very clearly telling us to emphasize on very important question. And the question is, मैं देह हूँ क्या? Am I this body? And unless and until we focus on this question, till there is the belief that I am the body, मैं देह हूँ, and it does not move on to मैं देह हूँ क्या, to मैं देह नहीं हूँ. The entire Gita Gyan is going to become a futile activity. Yes. Unless and until We know that I am the Shariri, the one who lives in the body, and the body is a place where I live in. Body and the person who lives in the body, or the soul, or the Atman that lives in the body, are two different entities. This has to be very clear in our mind. Unless and until that happens, no matter how much we listen to discourses, how many discourses we go to, no matter how much we read, no matter how much we meditate, we do penance, we do tapas, it is all going to become a futile activity. Hence, the Lord is starting from this prominent question: am I the body? No, I'm not this body. I'm not this mind. I'm not this thought. I am just a witness. I live in this body. Shariri. I am not the Sharir. And when this becomes clear, most of our problems get solved. Now think about it. Body is lifeless. Just like a glove. Suppose you put your hands in the glove. With the movement of the hands, the gloves move, isn't it? The minute we remove our hands from the glove and leave it, does it have any movement, any life of its own? No. In the same way, this body has activities, has life, because of this energy which is within. And that energy is me. This body is lifeless, and me, the Atman, me, the soul, me, the Shariri, is Chaitanya. We have the life we are living. This body can be destroyed, whereas my soul cannot be destroyed. This body is tamasic, full of vices. However, the soul, the Atman, the energy that I am, is vice-free. It is free of any vices. This body changes, doesn't it? From the time we are born to the time we have reached right now, how much has this body changed? But there is somebody inside who is the witness, who is changeless. He does not change. This body is constantly being destroyed. Yes, just like the day comes and the night ends, and the night ends because the day comes, the cycle goes on, isn't it? In the same way, this body is being destroyed every single moment. Every single moment there is a change. Every single moment the old is being destroyed by the new. Every single moment is a different moment for this body. However, there is one tattva, there is one shakti, there is one energy. You can call it the Atman, the soul, the Shariri, who does not get destroyed. Even with the end of the body, the soul remains. On the first session on Geeta, we did the story of Puranjana, right? Where he mistook himself to be the body. That was the message. However, later he was reminded that he is not the body. He is not the girl or the boy. He is not the man or the woman. He is not the relations that he shares. He just is. That Chaitanya, not destructible, vice-free, unchangeable, and the one that ever, ever, ever exists forever. And this is something which we need to internalize to understand our scriptures. Unless until we are able to do that. It says, na, the entire gyan, the entire knowledge of our scriptures will become just gupshup, plain gossip. Reading for entertainment. We are not here for enjoyment, are we? We are here for connection to the truth. Enjoyment can be found elsewhere. Here we are trying to understand ourselves. And that requires a lot of awareness, constant constant focus. Over here, Sri Krishna tells Arjun, you talk like a pandit, you talk like a wise man, you talk as if you know everything, but unfortunately, you know nothing. Because you are worrying about things that need not be worried about. Plus, the people who have gone do not need to be thought about and worried about, and the people who are still here also should not be grieved about. Think about it. Where does Geeta Gyan start? Geeta starts, the first shlok of the first chapter of Geeta is Dhritarashtra's Vachan, right? I'm just turning to it. And it says, Dhritarashtra Vacha Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samavetayu Mamakah Pandavaschaiva Kim Kurvat Sanjaya. And this is the core of all our problems, this verse. If we go to Ramayana, Ramcharitramanas, written by Tulsi Baba, Ramji and Lakshmanji during Vanvas are sitting, and Lakshmanji wants to have answers to a few questions, right? So he asks about Maya, the world. So the Lord says, listen, Lakshman, to you, I need not elaborate it too much, because you know who is Lakshman, Sheshnag himself, जिसके ऊपर ये धरती टिकी हुई है. We are just a speck of dust, not even a speck of dust probably, on the head of Sheshnag. That is how it is described. So he says, मैं अरु मोर तोर ते माया. This verse, मैं अरु मोर तोर ते माया. Me, mine, you, yours, is Maya. The duality where there is a me and there is a you. There are two. There are my people and there are your people. There are people who I care about. There are people who I don't bother about. Me, mine, you, yours. That is the entire essence of Maya. This duality is Maya, and we are all stuck in this duality. The day we are able to move beyond me and mine, you and yours, we would have become free, although we were never bound. There is no two, there is only one. And over here, Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjay in the first verse of Geeta, Ki mamaka pandavas chaiva kim kurvat Sanjaya. He's saying, on this dharm kshetra, Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is our karma bhumi also, right? Every day we are fighting a battle only, right? So dharma kshetre, Kurukshetre, ये हमारा जो कर्म का क्षेत्र है, हमारा जो धर्म का क्षेत्र है, right? Karma, dharma are overlapped. They cannot be totally bifurcated. आपका कर्म आपका धर्म बन सकता है और आपका कर्म आपका धर्म बिगाड़ भी सकता है. धर्म तो धर्म ही है. What is our core dharma? Our core dharma is to be in our Sat Chit Anand Swaroop. We should never forget that. And उसके बाद में there are duties. So we are, and we mistake them. We mistake duties for dharma, and there are lots of things, right? So it's okay. Let's not get into it because we have, I think, done it, or we will be doing it in great detail soon. In this kshetra, he's talking कि all that have assembled and who are eager to fight this battle, right? We have all assembled in this war zone of the world also, and we are eagerly fighting this battle. Everybody is. Who is not? And he says, my sons and Pandu's sons. My sons and Pandu's sons. My sons is me and mine. Pandu's sons, they and theirs, you and yours. I am worried about me and mine. I am worried about my people. I am worried about my family. See, the death in my family shakes me. The people who are suffering in my family really agitate me. But the suffering is there everywhere, isn't it? People are dying every day, everywhere, because of probably the same sickness and same illness and same problem. Why doesn't it agitate us half as much? Tell me. We get scarred for life if one of our child was to die. But there are hundreds of children dying every day, thousands. What happens? Are we even bothered? No. Why? Because they are not mine. They are not related to this body. They have not taken birth from my body. They do not belong to my family. Yes, somebody else's. Again, my children, somebody else's children. So over here, Bhagavad Gita starts from there. Who? Mamakah Pandavas Chaiva Kim Kurvat Sanjaya. My sons and their sons. See, the cause of all our agonies in this world is not dvesh. That is a part. But the biggest culprit is mamta, kamna, priyata, asakti. In short, rag. Yes, rag. Excessive love. Love is misplaced. This love word we cannot use this word love. We do not even know the meaning of love. I would say excessive attachment. Attachment. Like priyata. Oof. My love, my beloved, we say, right? I cannot live without you. Favoritism, desires that arise. And motherly affection, mamta. Mera hai, mera bacha. All our agonies, all the vices, they don't sprout so much as from dvesh as compared to, they sprout more from rag. Again, mamta, kamna, priyata, asakti. They are the root cause of all sorrows, all worry and all fears. Now this is the time when we have to ask ourselves, isn't it true? जो कुछ भी अनुकूल है ना, whatever is in our favor, we worry about it कि कल को प्रतिकूल हो गया तो हम क्या करेंगे? Suppose it is not in our favor anymore, what will we do? We have money tomorrow. If we lose our money, what will happen? If something happens to my husband or my child or my parent, what will I do without them? Fear. And you worry all the time. And you are in agony. What if? What if? What if? Tell me. Isn't it true? Isn't it the root cause of all our sorrows? It is, isn't it? We cannot deny it. So, sorrow, worry, fear sprouts from rag, and rag is mamta, kamna, priyata, asakti. Sorrow, worry, fear, as well as vices come from this one word, rag. छोड़ दो. नहीं छोड़ सकते, बहुत मुश्किल है. See, over here, Dhritarashtra had rag for his children, right? His Kauravas, his children like Duryodhan, Adi. But Arjun is also not free from rag. Arjun does not have this bifurcation of mine and thine, right? Me and mine. He had initially, right? In the middle, till he entered the battlefield, and Krishna subtly told him, where is mine and thine? Everybody is yours, right? That is when he says, oh my God, everybody is mine. Abhi tak to mujhe lag raha tha, the Pandavas are mine and the Kauravas are not mine. So I am going to destroy them. But now this realization has dawned. Bhishma Pitama is my Pitama. Then Dronacharya is my guru. They all are my brothers. There are so many of the relatives which I can see over there. All are mine. All are mine. Again, all are mine, he said. And he said, Drishtve Imam, 28th verse of chapter 1. Drishtve mam swajanam Krishna yuyutsum samupasthitam. Arjuna is saying, मेरे दृष्टि में तो सब मेरे ही स्वजन है. Everybody is mine. And I'm going to destroy my people. I'm going to kill him. How can I do that? I cannot fight a battle against mine. Why? You can fight a battle against people who are not related to you by body, blood, and friendship and relations. Socho. And then he goes on to say, Swajanam hi katham hatva sukhinah shamas madhava. Swajanam hi katham hatva. He's saying, how do I kill my own dear people? My own dear relatives, my brothers, my friends, my swajan. Kyun, Arjun? If they were not your swajan, they were not your dear people, they were not related to you by body, blood, would you be okay to kill them then? Think. Again, see, we might think Arjuna is noble because he is saying all are mine. But however, this is not the case. Arjuna is not speaking out of global love, universal love. His heart has not expanded beyond the boundaries of his body. He has just been reminded by Krishna that everybody standing on the battlefield, be it this side or that side, is related to you, O silly man. Yes, literally, Krishna did that. Why? Because he wanted to rattle. Till we are actually taken away from our comfort zone, till we think that we are the know-it-alls of the world, we are not willing to take any knowledge. Now, Krishna is his best friend, his relative, Sakha. And of course, later on now, as we see in chapter 2, he has become his disciple also. It is a duty of a friend or a relative or anybody who is true to you to take you out of the dark and show you the light at the risk of losing your friendship and your relation also, right? But that does not happen. So over here, that fear, that agony, Vishad, right? The first chapter is Arjun Vishad Yoga. This Vishad has come out of what? This Vishad has come out of the reminder that both the sides of the army are your people. Again, duality. He is still in duality. And now what has awakened in him? Mamta, Kamna, Priyata, Asakti or Rag. And with this Rag, what has come in his life? Shok, worry and fear. Socho. Rag, attachment, Mamta. These desires, possessions, whatever I consider mine is the cause of the greatest agony. Because where there is the feeling of mine, the greatest expectations also come, right? We are not hurt as much as by the people we do not know or we do not consider mine. But we are injured most when the same act is done by the people we hold dear to us. Isn't it true? Think about it. It is, right? It is true. And so over here, Krishna is saying, why your agony is misplaced? Because it is sprouting from me and mine, you and yours. And me and mine, you and yours is the greatest cause of all evil in this world. It is the greatest cause of sorrow in this world. And why has Geeta Gyan been given? Geeta Gyan has been given to remove the sorrow. Yes, totally. First chapter is Arjun Vishad Yoga. That is why we say, be very careful. Study the first chapter in depth. Introspect. Make points, write down. Go to chapter 16 and then compare. What is it being said? And then move on. And again, before we move on with Geeta, this question has to be prominently fit in your mind. Ki, am I this body? And somewhere you should, and I think most of us know, I am not this body. It is not the problem that we do not know. We all somewhere deep down know. But we do not want to accept it. We do not want to implement it. We do not want to internalize it. We do not want to live it because ignorance is bliss. See, there are two elements. एक तो माया है और एक मायापति है, right? What is Maya? Maya is, what is Maya? Maya is false. Maya is the body. Maya is the sharir, right? And what is Mayapati? What is the reality? What is the Atman? What is that Brahm? He is the truth. It is the Atman. It is the Brahm. And that is the Shariri, the witness, the one who lives in the body. We are the one who live in this body. We are not this body. We are not this mind. We are not this thought. We don't change and we cannot be destroyed. This is something that we have to understand. And whatever agony, so-called agony that we see around us, right? We might say, so much has happened in my life. I'm going through so many problems. I've always been good in my life. There are people you see who you think are very good, are having and going through amazing problems. It's like never-ending problems. It's like a storm of problems that comes over them. What is the reason for it? Should you be sorrowful about yours and others' problems? नहीं, जरूरत ही नहीं है. Why? Because सब अपना अपना लिखा क्या है? प्रारब्ध है. It is all prarabdh karma. It is your karma which you have incurred and now you're paying for it. See, there is something when Bharat was weeping and crying to see Ramji go away to Vanvas, right? Overnight a change, right? कहाँ तो राज तिलक होने वाला था, कहाँ Ramji was asked to leave, but Ramji was some. He maintained his composure. When asked to stay and become the king, he was okay. When asked to leave to the jungle, he was okay. He was some sthit. No change, no sorrows or no excessive joys were there. Because he knew that this is all Maya ka khel. And over there, Guru Vashisht says, Bilaki kahe Muninath, Hani labh jeevan maran, Yash apyash vidhihat, Ho nahar bhavi prabhal, Bilaki kahe Muninath, Hani labh jeevan maran, Yash apyash vidhihat. Hani, labh, loss, gain. Jeevan maran, life, death. Yash, apyash, fame and defame, right? When your name is ruined, is all in the hands of Vidhi. It is all based on your own karma bandhan. Whatever you have incurred in your life, in your previous lives and your previous births, you are just getting what you deserve. Nothing more, nothing less. जैसा करा है हमने वैसा हम भर रहे हैं. इसमें किसको तो ब्लेम करें? Whom do we hold responsible? Whom do we shout? Whom do we cry foul about? It is all lekha joka hai, karm bandhan. The sooner we understand this, there won't be any agony, right? And when we cry foul about what we are incurring in life right now, we are just adding to our karma bandhan. Be it illness or agony or sorrow, face it with dignity. Face it with equanimity. Don't weep and whine. Be in awareness that I am getting the result of what I had done. Prarabdh. See, there are 3 types of karms. Prarabdh, Agami and Sanchit. Right? Now, just imagine a man holding a bow and arrow. Okay, with a quiver behind to keep his arrows. So the arrow which has already left the bow is our prarabdha karma. It is already left. We have to face it. The situation right now is a result of our prarabdha. The arrow which is still on the bow, which has not been shot yet, is our agami karma. And sanchit, these are the karmas we have incurred. Prarabdha, we have to face somehow. We cannot do anything about it. And there is no reason to whine and weep and feel agonized about it. Isn't it simple? The minute we stop blaming people and situation and turn the, not even blame, turn the vision inside and say, okay, I'm just going through what I had done in my previous birth. Let me not incur any new karma. It shall pass. It shall pass. Ho nahar bhavi prabhal bilaki kahe muninath. Hani labh jeevan maran yash apyash vidhihat. Don't worry. Don't complain. Shri Krishna is also saying, किस चीज का शोक कर रहे हो? If you are talking like a wise man, right? If you are behaving like a pandit, they know. Neither do they cry about the past of this birth or the previous, nor do they worry about the future of this birth or previous. Live in the moment. Just be. Just be. जो हो रहा है होने दो. जो हो रहा है जैसा होना चाहिए वैसे ही हो रहा है. Don't indulge in any form of negative or positive emotion at this time. Be a witness. Be at a distance and just watch. That is what Krishna is indicating. असोच्यानन वसोचस्त्वम. जिसका शोक नहीं करना चाहिए उसका तुम शोक कर रहे हो. And then he goes on to say, you are talking like a pandit, right? Now look at what you are saying. And again in chapter 1, Arjun says, why I do not want to fight this battle is, if I fight this battle, so many people are going to die. There will be so many broken families. Because of the broken families, there will be so many women who will lose their character. Once they lose their character, there will be so many Varna Sankar, there will be so many admixtures of Varnas. After that, the Pitras won't be taken care of. Pitra, Tarpan, Arpan, when we do Pindadan, we all are responsible towards our Pitra also, right? I hope we all believe, and we should. Arjun is worried about his pitras. Who's going to take care of the pitras? Who's going to do tarpan, arpan? Who's going to do pindadan? If everybody gets dushit, what will happen to the pitra yoni? And he's saying what will happen to the coming generation also. Right? The coming generation will be born of confused individuals. There will not be a family unit which is inculcating the proper character, values and culture in them. So not only will the Pitra suffer, he says in the previous chapter, he says even the coming generations will suffer. Beautiful. So Krishna says, baat to pandit jaisi kar rahe ho. Right? What you are saying makes sense. So you are saying that Pitra will suffer and so will the coming generation. So you know that this body gets destroyed, Arjun. The one who is in this body does not get destroyed. Just imagine. He knows, right? Otherwise, why would he worry about the Pitras? He's worried about all the Pitras because he knows that the soul, the Atman, the Shariri journey is on. He goes to Pitralok. So why are you weeping? That is Gatasun. The people who have left this body and gone are the Pitras. Are there? They are not destroyed. They have just left the body. This is a clear understanding based on what you have been telling me, says Krishna. Then why are you whining and weeping? Why this grief and agony? When you know they are not destroyed. It is just the body. And then he says, you are not supposed to cry for them. You are supposed to take care of them. You're supposed to make sure that Tarpan, Arpan, Pindadan and all that happens. You know that the Shariri does not die. Then why the agony? When you are talking, Shri Krishna is saying, तुम बोल तो रहे हो सब कुछ. But your acharan, your vyavhar, your behavior is viprit, is totally opposite of what you are saying. Had you totally believed in what you are saying, had you known, and which you know, that pitra, the shariri does not get destroyed, why would you cry for the people who are going to go? Because it is the body, not the one who is in the body, which is being killed and harmed. And then he says, the people who stay, agatasu. एक तो है गतासुन, अगतासुन, जिनके प्राण नहीं गए हैं ना. जिनके प्राण नहीं गए उनकी भी तो हम चिंता ही करते रहते हैं ना पूरी जिंदगी. अरे मेरे बेटे का क्या होगा, अरे मेरे मम्मी पापा का क्या होगा, अरे इसका क्या होगा, अरे मेरे दोस्त को क्या होगा. We have 1001 reasons to worry. We like worrying, you know. Whenever people worry or whenever I worry, I tell myself I'm pampering my own ego. That false existence. Yes, ego gets pampered. Whenever it's my child, my beta, my husband, my this, my that, what will happen to my. Pampering of ego. Why are you worried about the people who are already there? Let's take a simple example. Is there any point in worrying? Worry does not lead to anything, right? There's a song. Oh, I love this song. Suddenly it's coming to my mind. Don't worry, be happy. This is the song I wrote. I'm going to sing it note by note. Don't worry. Be happy. Listen to this song. Quite a lot of knowledge in that song. Why worry? Why worry about the people who are alive and around us? Our duty is to take care of them, right? Our duty is to take care of our children to the best of our ability. Give them the best possible opportunities. Our duty is to serve our parents to the best of our ability, to give them all the comfort possible. Our duty is to be a good husband or a wife. Our duty is to be a good citizen. We have to act. We have to act and do our best to make sure that they all are taken care of. We have to do our kartavya sounds better than duty. कर्तव्य हमें करना है, चिंता नहीं करनी. चिंता चिता की खान है. Most of us, because we are doing chinta, right, worrying, we are not able to fulfill our kartavyas properly also, our duties properly also. Sochiye. See, this is self-evaluation. Geeta is not a scripture which is outside me. Geeta is for me. It is not for Arjun. It is not for some Tom, Dick and Harry. It is for me. I know myself, right? The world might see a different face, but I know truly where I stand, right? People might not know. It is not needed also. As long as you and your Lord knows, that is enough. We do not have to justify to anybody, nor do we have to clarify with anybody, nor do we have to pretend. As long as you and your God knows, that is enough. And with this knowledge, ask yourself, क्यों व्यर्थ चिंता कर रहे हैं? There is a song, na? I'll try to figure it out and share it. व्यर्थ ही चिंता कर रहे हैं, व्यर्थ ही हम क्यों डर रहे हैं, व्यर्थ ही हम क्यों मर रहे हैं. Before dying, we die. Before anything wrong is going to happen, we are already worried. This is what is happening to Arjun, right? He is thinking, oh, if this happens, this will happen. If this happens, this will happen. What if that happens? What if this happens? अरे भाई, कुछ हुआ नहीं उससे पहले तो you have already created 1001 situations. So the Lord is saying the people who are gone, you clearly know that they are still there because their bodies have left, their souls are eternal, and pitra hai, and you worry about them. So where is the agony? Secondly, the people who are still there, you have to do the best to serve them without worrying. बिकॉज चिंता से समस्या का समाधान नहीं निकलता. आप अपना कर्तव्य करें ना, तो अगेन देयर इज नथिंग टू वरी अबाउट. सो वेयर इज द एलिमेंट ऑफ वरी? And then Sri Krishna says one more thing very, very, very clearly. He says, आया है सो जाएगा, राजा रंग फकीर. The person who has come has to go one day. Everybody is moving minute by minute, day by day, year by year, closer to his death only, right? One thing that is inevitable is death. जिसने जन्म लिया है वो मरेगा ही. Where is there anything new in it? Can you stop anybody from dying? Can we stop anybody from dying? When the time comes, कारण बन जाता है. We all have a limited number of breaths, isn't it? Very limited. We have a limited number of breaths, and when that count is over, we have to go. Sooner or later. Where is the worry? Where is the fear? Why do we fear death? Especially knowing that I am not this body. I am that eternal being that lives in this body. So when death comes, it is just a change of clothes, it's just a change of look, it's just a change of situation. Body goes, I do not go. But this kind of an agony and fear will go only when I ask myself the question of who am I? And that is what Shri Krishna is saying in this verse. तुम कौन हो? पहले ये तो जान लो. Unless and until you know who you are, everything that you are talking about is based on a wrong premise. And that is what this verse is telling us. See, in a nutshell, Arjun is worrying because he is suddenly lost in Maya. He has suddenly had Deha Buddhi, right? And it is our conditioning. There's nothing wrong, and it is very, very difficult to get rid of this conditioning. The conditioning that I am this body, I am this mind, I am this thought. Everything related to this body is mine. Mera beta, because he's come from this body. My daughter, because she's come from this body. Everything that I have earned from this body. Every relation that I form from this body, be it a relationship with the material things or the non-material things, living or the dead. Why am I so cautious and so protective? Because I have this oneness with my body. देखिए, ये समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है. Till we read the scriptures, keeping in देह बुद्धि, right? कुछ समझ नहीं आएगा. Yes, देह बुद्धि से ऊपर उठना ही पड़ेगा. आसान नहीं है. Because from the very beginning, we have been conditioned like that, right? It is, and we have been conditioned to believe that attachment is love. We have been conditioned to believe that this kind of an emotion is right. And we have discussed this before also. We tend to eliminate things which we consider wrong, but we hold closely to the things which we consider right. And we don't see any reason to totally destroy this form of a belief. Over here, Krishna is not saying, don't tend to your body. Don't tend to the people around you. No. All he's saying is, get rid of that fear. Get rid of that worry. Get rid of that sorrow. That is all. You act in this world. Be a good mother, be a good father, be a good child, be a good employee, be a good student, be very, very good and diligent in what you are. But learn to act without attachment. Learn to act with a detachment from your body. See, no matter how great a doctor is, many a times the doctor is unable to operate on his bodily relations, right? Especially his children, because his hands would shake. But when he is to operate on somebody else, he does a fabulous job and he can save them. So, tell me, had that doctor not been operating in the Deha Buddhi, could he not save his own child also? But because of this, we face more problems than solutions. See, this will not rob us of our compassion. It will give us more strength to do our duties to the best of our abilities. ये समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है. And इसी के लिए Shri Krishna says, give up mamta, give up kamna, give up priyata, give up आसक्ति, attachment छोड़ दो, desires छोड़ दो, expectations छोड़ दो. Leave it. Because this is the greatest cause of all your fears and agonies. What is your greatest cause of all your fear and agony? Me and mine. And to leave me and mine, and to leave you and yours, and move beyond this duality, is moving beyond Maya, moving beyond Deha Buddhi. Who am I? Question, question, question. Constantly let it be in your mind. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I am the Shariri. I am not the Sharir. I am the Sharir. I am not the Sharir. Over here, just imagine the beauty of this verse is that Sri Krishna has not given the analogy where he is talking about Atma and Paramatma. No. He is talking about the relationship between the body and the soul. He is not talking the relationship of the soul and the Atma. First of all, we have to understand who we are, right? How does it matter what is the relationship of the soul if we consider ourselves to be the body? So over here in this verse, when he starts talking about the relationship between a sharir and a shariri, the body and the one who lives in this body. I am not the body. I am the one who lives in this body. I am the witness. I am not the sharir. I am the shariri. And he says, listen, this is the crux of it all. So जो शोक करने वाली चीज नहीं है उसका आप शोक ना करें. And the people who have gone and the people who are still here, both need not be worried about. अर्जुन उठो, कर्म करो, चिंता में जीवन व्यर्थ ना करो. देखिए, जो कल हो गया ना उसका हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते, राइट? वी कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग अबाउट इट. बी इट आवर प्रीवियस बर्थ, बी इट आवर प्रीवियस ईयर्स, हाउ वी हैव बिहेव्ड एंड हाउ पीपल हैव बिहेव्ड विद अस. वी कैन नॉट चेंज द पास्ट, कैन वी? वी कांट, राइट? सो व्हाई एगोनाइज अबाउट इट? दुख क्यों बनाए उसका? एंड व्हाट इज टू हैपन इन द फ्यूचर इज नॉट इन आवर हैंड, राइट? वी डू नॉट नो. Again, there is a song, right? Quesera sera. What will be, will be. The future is not for us to see. Quesera sera. What will be, will be. Jo hoga, hoga, right? Whatever will happen to anybody who is related to my body is something that I cannot do. Whatever will happen to this body is also something that I do not know. But this moment is mine, right? In this moment, I can act to the best of my ability with a heart filled with love and a lot of awareness and make this moment count. प्रारब्ध मैं बदल नहीं सकता, पर जो आगे होने वाला है उसमें मैं कर्म बंधन ना जोड़ूं, वो तो मैं कर सकता हूं ना. What is done is done. But I can make sure that I don't end up creating any other karmic bonds. Sorry. Can't I do that? Think about it. So this is what this verse is telling us. And this is something we need to internalize before we move on. Do ponder. Do ponder. Let's close the session. Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva He Nath Narayan Vasudeva He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Ram Lakshman Janaki जय बोलो हनुमान की. राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की. राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की. जय बोलो हनुमान की. बोलो बजरंग बली की जय. जय श्री राम, जय श्री कृष्ण. जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान.